What's up, guys? Obviously, we had a cool event, Max Holloway versus Yair Rodriguez. Man, what a war this guy's had. And I think it's important to realize that obviously Max Holloway is now the guy with the most significant strikes in the UFC, over 3,000 strikes, man. What a warrior this guy is. I mean, what can we say? I think if we look at the numbers, let's just look at the kind of work that Max Holloway did for this fight. Obviously, the fight was a unanimous decision. I just want to go and just check what the kind of work that they did. Okay, so this is for significant strikes. And then obviously this the significant strikes landed and based on the red, which is Max Holloway, and then the blue, which is Yair Rodriguez. So this is significant strikes, and then obviously this is the significant strikes, the percentage. Let's say if we look at round number one, I honestly believe that Yair Rodriguez won that round. The calf kicks were major problematic for Max Holloway. But what a warrior, man. I mean, we've seen a lot of guys get calf kicked and then they barely can walk afterwards. But Max Holloway, I think he was able to obviously withstand those calf kicks. Let's just look at the way in the head strikes, Max Holloway in the first round threw 30, and obviously only landed 16 of those shots, and then 9 through 9, and then it landed 8, and then leg kicks 18 and to 14. And then obviously in the distance here, that's way in the distance, threw more of those shots, threw 57 and then only landed 38. And then obviously Yair Rodriguez threw more significant strikes in that round. Here, the headshots he threw way more than Max Holloway. We could see his boxing was also quite good, to be honest. A lot of people thought he would be more of a kicker, but his boxing was actually quite legit. Let's see the leg kicks. You see, most of these leg kicks were actually calf kicks. Then he did mix it up really nice with the boxing as well. And it was very elusive when the way he moved. There was a little bit of ground control in this round. He attempted 4, was only able to land 2 on that specific instance on the ground. Yeah. Okay, now round 2, I still feel that Max Holloway Yair Rodriguez still won this round, even though Max threw a lot more significant strikes, of 110 strikes. I think just that pressure of the kicking, Max Holloway isn't that used to fighting guys that kick a lot. We saw when he fought Volkanovski. Volkanovski actually had a major advantage against their first fight. That's why I feel that Max Holloway did lose the fight with those calf kicks that Volkanovski threw. But this time, I think he wasn't as phased with Yair Rodriguez. But Max Holloway definitely had to change up his game plan into this fight. I feel that if he kept the fight stand up, even though Yair Rodriguez seemed like he was getting a little bit tired, wasn't as aggressive in that second round or so. But I feel that Yair Rodriguez were doing very well on the feet. Here, Yair Rodriguez threw less punches, landed 42 out of the 84 punches, and Max obviously threw a lot more. And then that's the percentage. Max did land more, but I feel that in terms of mixing it up, Yair Rodriguez was still doing better. Only one judge gave Yair Rodriguez, I believe, his first 2, and then the other 3 rounds were for Max Holloway. The body shots as well. Look at that leg kicks. I mean, that calf kick was insane, man. In the distance as well, Yair Rodriguez was doing a lot better. I feel. I think only when the fight was on the ground, and then in the clinch, obviously Max was having a better advantage on that specific instant. Now going to round number 3. That's when Max Holloway started to pick up, I believe. I think most judges gave him round 3, 4, and 5. And then naturally, the biggest advantage was the ground, where Max Holloway was throwing a lot more shots. He did manage to get a control, almost finished the fight on the ground. And then the clinch work, he was doing a lot better. So I think most of these rounds were not similar as much, but I feel that Max Holloway got a better advantage over Yair Rodriguez. We don't have to look at all those shots that I believe landed. Landed by target head, first round. Look at that. per round. I think Yair Rodriguez definitely, I feel he did win in that first round. Second round, I also thought he won, but third, fourth, and fifth, definitely Max Holloway did a lot more than Yair Rodriguez in that sense. If we look at control, how important that was. Yair Rodriguez got better control here. This was the ground game, I believe, or more control of the fight. And then there was a specific round, third round, where 3 minutes 4 seconds, where Max Holloway took Yair Rodriguez down. The defining factor was that, and also on the fourth round as well. And then the third round, I feel that Yair Rodriguez did manage to turn Max Holloway in a bit of a wrestler. I mean, what a great showcase. Can Max Holloway keep up these type of wars? You know, this time he really got hurt in this fight. Obviously, it was a unanimous decision. These are the judges. See, this judge Saldamat only gave obviously one round to Yair Rodriguez, and then the other judges gave it to, like, I feel possibly the first two rounds were to Yair Rodriguez. I mean, what a competitor, hasn't fought in a very long time, and I felt that, I think is if we look at Yair Rodriguez, obviously he's a Taekwondo black belt. There we go. That was the defining factor. I feel that he was able to use really well his Taekwondo, obviously boxes as well, and that does submission wrestling. We've seen him train with a few Olympians as well, so he wasn't a slouch. He did very well, but I feel that the ground game definitely belonged to Max Holloway. And then if we look at their Instagram, and let's just go back this side to see. Here we go. We got Max Holloway. Here's the picture. You can see both of them are really busted up. That's in the ambulance. We can load that one as of yet, but anyways, that's in the ambulance. Obviously, Max Holloway was mentioning that he wanted to be friends with Yair Rodriguez. I mean, he considers himself best boxer in the UFC. You know, definitely his boxing is top class. And then I feel that he's really up there. I think one of the best strikers at the moment. And let's see if we can get also Yair Rodriguez Instagram, if it does load. Let's just give it a second or two. And okay, it's not loading today. But anyways, obviously that's the picture after the fight. Yair Rodriguez's foot was absolutely swollen. And then, yeah, man, so very interesting fight. Now, if we look at Max Holloway, is now at the moment, let's just look at his stats. Obviously, the fight was a bit back and forth. If we look at his stats now, Max Holloway, obviously he's 29 years old, owns the most wins, which is 18, most KOs and TKO wins, which is 8, and most stoppage victories of 10 in the featherweight history. Most consider him the pound for pound best fighter, you know, pound for pound best featherweight of all time. Obviously, there's the likes of Jose Aldo, which is quite debatable, you know, if he is the pound for pound or not. I mean, this division is absolutely amazing. Max Holloway, what a stud. He did mention that he might want to fight the rematch against Conor McGregor, or possibly fight Volkanovski. Now, who knows what he's wanting to do, but man, what an event. Really exciting showcase of fights. Very different than what a lot of people expected. Most people thought that Max Holloway was going to be so dominant, you know, and most people thought that this fight was just going to be you know, just walk over. But Yair Rodriguez did very well. We saw Dana White as well after the event did mention that Yair Rodriguez stock didn't go down, and he felt that it was right up there. I felt as well, you know, what a warrior. And this division is so exciting right now, man. Can't wait for the next one. Just make sure you like, share, subscribe. You know, let me know what you thought about the fights. Yeah, man, really the MMA in the elite level is really showcasing so much skill, and we can't wait for more. Cheers, guys.